my recollection of the first night of stars was Life's Magic, and you probably had some other horses in there.
No, the first night we had them all. We had all those stars in there. We had Lady Secret, Life's Magic, Open Mind, Family Style, Winning Colors. They were all in there. That was I think $34 million swing on that. They were all in there. All of Klein's big mares were in there.
You provided the stars for the Night of Stars.
Well, we named it. I named it the Night of the Stars for Faze and Tipton, and it caught on. Boyd and that bunch said, "Hey, we'll just call it that. That's a good name for it."
It is an amazing. I mean, the fillies that they've been able to get over the years.
They're still getting them. They're getting them every year, and it's caught on. It's a wonderful, wonderful venue.
And including getting your filly Secret Oath this year.
Yep, I think that personally, I think it's a little premature to sell her. I think she's going to have a tremendous 4-year-old year. I'd like to be a part of it, but I think that it's an offering that you very rarely see an Oaks winner being offered for sale, at the prime of her career.
And, I mean, it's happened before. It happened with Monomoy Girl, who was older, though, when she was sold. They buy them and they send them back to the trainer. That would be like the win-win for you.
Yeah, I'd love to have her back, but it's a situation where surely anybody that buys her will consider running her again. She's right at the top of her game in the prime of her life. I would sure think that they'd want to run her again.
And just talk about how she's doing coming into the Distaff, and it's.
Well, she's done
terrific.
well. I always said she's going to be a better 4-year-old, so she's maturing in this late fall, November, maturing very well, and I think she's getting stronger and better every day. I don't think we've had her any time during her career as good as we've got her right now.
For her to come along, when you don't have the numbers of horses, you don't have the number of yearlings that you used to have, what has she meant to you?
Oh, it's really been an exciting year. Not only profitable, but an exciting year. We were hoping to, we're going to make one more good run now with our yearlings and everything. We've got a strong set of yearlings. We've got a strong set of horses coming behind her. But at this time, it was really, very gratifying to have her and have the excitement of another Oaks winner. And Rob and Stacy Mitchell have been with me for, 20 years. And so for me to win the Oaks for them was special too.
Was that a hard decision for them to decide to sell her?
I think it's terribly hard. I think they're agonizing over it. I mean, I think they're really having trouble making that decision. Not so much Rob, but Stacy. I think that it's, I'm sure there's a lot of discussion over the breakfast table.
Yeah, I'm guessing she's got a pretty healthy reserve on her, I'm thinking.
Well, I don't think they need it. I think that you only need 2 people, and I think there'll be more than 2 people want to get down this one. It's, she's a ready-made horse.
In this Distaff, top to bottom, you've got Nest, your old buddy Nest, that you beat in the Oaks.
Tremendous. The whole British Cup Distaff, I think, is the best race on the card. I mean, competitive-wise, from a spectator standpoint or a better trying to get the trifecta, I mean, it is rough. Any one of those horses could jump up and win this thing.
Yeah. I mean, you take a horse like Society, who won the Cotillion. Nobody's talking about her.
They better watch out. She gets loose on this track on the lead. I'm well aware of them. I have great respect for every one of these horses in there.
And you got Malafat, last year's Oaks winner, and
absolutely.
Clairiere, who earlier in the year, it seemed like she had Malafat's number. How does Secret Oath, what has to happen for her to win this race, besides
I think that she's good right now. She's really strong and good right now. I think it's all going to get down. If she wins, I think it'll get down to a good trip by Luis Saez. I really think that we can't afford to make any big race adjustments. I think we're going to have a smooth, good trip in order to win it. I think the competition is so tough, and I respect them so much that I think if we have to, if anything besides a good trip, I think we can't win it. We're going to have to get a smooth trip, get away, make the move, have a place to run when we want to, all the usual.
And that, speaking of trips and then thinking of jockeys and Luis Saez, that has to be another part of component. One among many of the components that make this special is that Kieran McLaughlin, your former assistant, is his agent, and it's like getting the band back together, kind of.
Well, I was supporting Lukas, from the get-go when he first came over. I supported him on stakes horses and so forth. Will Take Charge was a big one for us. But he's an outstanding rider, so that's a big plus. So you put he's a competitive rider, he's good, he's smart. That gives us an edge. But when you look down through the gate and you got the Ortiz and everybody, you probably haven't gotten any edge at all. It's just everybody is, again, very talented, and so again it gets down to that trip. Which one gets the trip?